Hey, it's Caroline. Today I want to take you through a knee massage and stretching video. This is perfect if you have knee pain or you're a runner, a cyclist, or someone who's looking to prevent knee pain. So when you're ready to get started, extend one leg out in front of you and bring the other leg into kind of a tree pose. So the foot is against the thigh. And then I want you to take your hand and you're just going to rub down the side of your leg and back to center. So we're using the palm of our hand to give ourselves an IT band massage. So the IT band is this long muscle that runs from the top of the hip to the bottom of the knee. And often it can be really tight on most of us. And unless you're really religious about getting regular massage and body work or foam rolling, it can be extremely painful. So full of tension. You want to really massage this area of your body to help prevent maybe some knee pain. Good, especially if you're a runner. So notice I'm using also my knuckles. You can use palm or knuckles, whatever you find really effective. And then you're going to take your hand and I just want you to go down the meat of your quad, giving yourself like a little scrunching motion. So from the hip all the way down to the knee, you're just going to scrunch, kind of like you're trying to pick the muscle off the thigh bone. Good, and keep going with that. And if you find a particularly sweet spot, feel free to get in there. Especially right around the kneecap, I like taking my fingers, really digging in to the quads, the IT band. You should really start to feel this. Good. So from there, I want you to bring both of the soles of the feet together and then hands around your feet. Open the feet like the pages of a book. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale, fold forward as much as feels right for you. So you can use your forearms to gently guide the knees outward slightly. But if you're sitting upright and it still feels pretty tight, stay where you are and take nice deep breaths. So inhale and exhale. Good, we'll switch to the other side. So extend the other leg out straight and bring the foot into tree pose. So you have this nice long leg in front of you. And take the palm of your hand and you're just going to rub down the side of the thigh. So again, trying to go to the IT band. And often for most people with knee pain, the sensitivity lies right above the kneecap on the outside. So really looking to get the palm of your hand in that area. Trying to take nice deep breaths and using as much pressure as needed to get into the muscle there. Good, so let's do one or two more strokes down. Again, you can use the knuckles if that feels better to you. It's a little bit deeper, so be careful. And then rest. And you'll take your hand and you're just going to go down the thigh, again trying to massage the muscle and almost pick the muscle off the bone. So especially if you are a cyclist or maybe even a runner, you might have sensitivity on the inside of the knee or down the adductor, the sartorius, the inner thigh muscles. So getting in those muscles with your thumb, or maybe even if you want to use your knuckles in there, that might help relieve some of the tension that's built up through your sport or through your activities and help relieve some knee pain. Good, so stay with me there. And then try and go right above the kneecap one more time. So really getting in those muscles right above that kneecap. Good, and then rest. Bring both the feet together. And again, we'll take this nice groin stretch. So sitting up nice and tall, deep breath. Exhale, fold forward. Now the closer the heels are to the groin, you'll find more of a groin stretch. And the further away the feet are, you'll get more of a stretch in the hips. And often tight hips can play a factor in knee pain. So taking time to stretch out those muscles is key. Good, so sit back up nice and tall, and then I want you to lie on your side. It doesn't matter which one you start on, because we'll do both. And from here, you're going to lie all the way down. And I want you to take the kneecaps together, grab hold of the back foot. And again, both kneecaps are together, and you're just going to give yourself a nice quad stretch. You can play around with bringing the foot back to find a little more stretch. But what I want you to do is pull the hip flexor up. So almost like you're pulling your belly in and up to feel a little more stretch in the front of the thigh. So take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. From here with the same foot, I want you to bring that foot in front of your bottom knee. And you're just going to come up into almost like a side plank position. And the bottom foot is flexed. And from here, you should actually feel a stretch all the way down the side of your body and into the bottom leg, so down the side. And this is a yoga pose I stole. And I've actually seen people do it where they lift up. So if you want a little more stretch there, you can do that. But I find it stretches me just great with my hips on the ground. So take a deep breath here and exhale. Good. From here, we're going to roll onto your back and take the top foot into a figure four. So figure four position, you'll slide the feet in, and then you can either leave the legs here or draw them towards your chest, being cautious to flex the top foot so the knee stays safe. And I've seen people have their hands behind their hamstring or even all the way up on their shin bone for more of a stretch. Okay, so now we're just stretching through the hips. Again, another factor that can play into hip pain, or excuse me, knee pain sometimes. So take a deep breath here. Exhale, let it out. Then I want you to take this foot back down to the floor. We're going to come into a spine twist. So the legs are going to drop to the side, and you'll take your opposite arm to leg, reach it out. And I find this stretch, the more I play with it, the more I feel through the outer hip, maybe the IT band, the lower back, even the chest. So kind of giving yourself a total body stretch here. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale, let it out. Come back to center. Good. Uncross the legs and sit up. We'll switch to the other side. So I'm just going to swing myself around here. Lay all the way down. And then again, the knees are stacked. And you're just going to bring the top knee into a quad stretch. So this is a little more passive quad stretch than you may do standing. But again, you want to think of tucking the pelvis, pulling the belly button towards the back of the spine. And then you should feel a really nice stretch through your quad here. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, let it out. Nice. And then when you're ready to release the stretch, you'll straighten the legs and then bring that top foot in front of the bottom knee and come up. So you can also do forearm if that feels better to you, but I find I get more of a stretch by coming onto the palm. So here we're looking to stretch all the way through the side of the body, flex the bottom foot, and then again, you want to make sure the foot's in the right angle so that you can feel a stretch through the top of the hip. And here you just chill. You could also, again, come up for more of a stretch, but that is a little more intense. Good. So take a nice deep breath. Exhale, let it out. And relax. So now we'll roll onto your back again. And again, you'll take that top leg on top of the bottom in a figure four stretch. And from here, you can leave the legs on the floor or slowly draw them in towards your chest. Hands behind the hamstring, or for a deeper stretch on top of the shin. Okay, so we'll just hold it here, and you're getting a nice stretch through the outer hip, maybe a little bit of love for the lower back. Good, deep breath again. Exhale. Good. And from here, bottom leg on the ground, and we'll take the top leg across the body, coming into that spine twist. So same arm as leg, reaches out and nice and long. You get that chest stretch, that lower back stretch, the outer hip, and just breathe. Letting yourself melt into the floor. Inhale deep. Exhale, release. From here, slowly bring the knees back into center. Uncross the legs. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Lower back release. Take one last deep breath. Exhale, let it out. And slowly come up to a seated position. So those are a few things you can do to massage and stretch away knee tension and pain. Leave me a comment below if this helped you, and hopefully I'll see you again soon at carolinejordanfitness.com. Bye!